guys a chance to kind of get yourselves set up for this today. Those of you that have been following along, you know that we usually kind of take a few minutes to kind of get set up. So we'll just let everybody come on. I got to get myself set up as well. I got my music going in the background here already. This is music by Joseph Manier, The Priceless Gnome. Good stuff, good stuff. I think there's like over 40 songs now that he's got on the playlist, which I will post the link to, guys. It's amazing, amazing stuff. So let's get our runners on, get comfortable, go pee, go to the bathroom, get what you need. You will need for this workout today some dumbbells if you have them. If you do not have dumbbells, apologize here, I'm just putting on my shoes, bear with me. If you don't have dumbbells, guys, then you could use like soup cans, you could use some books, what else? You could just do the without dumbbells. It's not a requirement, but see what you can go find, something heavy, maybe some jugs or something like that. Like I find that what's perfect actually is those dishwashing liquid containers that have the little handles. So save those and you can fill them with sand or with water, right? Okay, so welcome. So we're gonna warm up 3 rounds. 1 minute of marching, high knees. You can jog if you want, but it's a minute, so it'll be a little bit long to do high knees for a minute. 5 inchworms and 30 flutter kicks. That's going to be on the ground. We're going to stretch. We're going to review the movements for the workout. And then the workout is 3 rounds, 1 minute each. Oops, and I forgot to put that there's a 1 minute rest down here at the end of all of this. So we're going to do a minute of clean and jerks with our dumbbells today, a minute of mountain climbers, a minute of alternating V-ups, and a minute of jumping jacks. So the only thing that we need a little bit of weight for is the clean and jerks. You could also use your broomstick. Let me flip that back. So I don't know what it is, guys, and why Facebook has decided to give me grief on that camera flipping thing, which is weird. So without further ado, I'm going to get my timer started here. And we're going to be marching in place for 1 minute, and then we'll go through the other ones. The first round we'll do at a moderate pace, and then you can kind of increase your speed as you go, or just go at your own pace, whatever works for you. Okay, now I got to get my music started again, and here we go. Let me get the volume up on this. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna start with marching in place, high knees, bringing them up nice and high. Starting in 10 seconds. Oh, my camera's a little high here today. Let's go, 3, 2, 1, and go. Marching in place, make it vigorous, guys, high knees. We're going for a minute like this. Pump those arms. I know it looks ridiculous, but it actually is quite effective. If you have the energy, if you want, you can do this jogging for a minute. I'm going to keep marching. I'm going to do too much touch, and I'm not warm. My knee does not enjoy that feeling. Keep going nice. Arms, my knees. Walk in place. Walk in place. Moving those arms. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. If you do it right, you're going to feel like you're really warming up fast. This is what is happening here. Keep going. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next is our inchworms. I'm going to lower my camera here. Bear with me. I think it's a little high to actually see the floor. There we go. Okay, so inchworms, guys. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us, all the way out. Keep that hand down, and walk the hands back. 5 times. If you cannot do that, that's okay. Walk the hands down. our last thing here. So you're going to be laying on your back on the floor. And so on your back, guys, you are picking up and another kick. 30 of them. That should be good. Handle it down. I don't know why. Some days it's weird. There we go. Okay, 1 minute of marching. Here we go. Nice, big marches. Really pump those arms. And again, guys, if you want to increase the intensity, you can jog it. Whatever is going to work for you. Nice, big movement here. Really pump those arms. Jogging, jogging, jogging. Like you're really marching. Good. Keep your arms nice and big. Get those knees up nice and high. Keep going. 20 seconds. Looks ridiculous, but it's effective. Keep going, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. 5 corners. Walking those hands out, all the way down, all the way up. With your own pace, guys, with your own pace. Make sure you're all the way back up on that last one before you come to your back for your last kick. 30 kicks. Good. All right, I'll give you guys a second. Not sure if I'm ahead or behind. And we'll move into our last set. I am getting super hot in here. Woo. All right, marching it out. 1 minute. That's it. Nice big arms. Second unit. Really swing them, really pump them. Get those knees nice and high, guys. High knees. Keep going. You gotta go 25 seconds. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep marching. Awesome. All right. Here we go. Walking those hands out for inchworm. All the way out. Push up. All the way back. Good stuff. guys. All right. Turn the music off. Standing. There we go. All right. So we'll stretch it out. Give yourself some room. Starting with some big head circles. One direction. Other way. Cool thing with this tights that I got from Stacy is they have these cute little pockets. So you kind of carry your phone, keys, whatever. And they're quite deep, so like I can hold my big blind person phone. Big shoulders, shrugs up and back. Really rolling those shoulders back and down. So guys, make sure that you, when you're done, you share this video, please. Or if you're just passing by, please share this. This is a free workout for anyone to do. If you're watching this after on YouTube, you can share the link as well. I would really appreciate it. This helps me reach more people, help more people. Big arm circles backwards. The more people we help together get healthy, the happier people are, because health is happiness. The happier people are, the nicer they are, and then the better the world is, right? So it's not about self-promotion here at all for me. This is really about helping people to become better. Good, so big arm slaps across your body, just opening up that chest, stretching out the upper body. Good. This is a little different here, so we're going to put our hands on our shoulders, and we're literally just going to do a little dip and jump up. Dip, jump, dip, jump. Kind of warming up for our clean and jerks just a little bit, just getting the legs used to jumping, so it's a little dip and jump. Jump. 3 more. Dip, jump, dip, jump. Was that too much air on that? Good. Okay, so keeping those knees nice and soft, rotating through the hips and the waist. I was thinking about Facebook the other day. Well, I think about Facebook and the craziness of it. And I was thinking about the things that people put on there and how much useless garbage there is. And I understand that it's entertaining. One hand above the head, other hand down your side, reaching up and over. So I would just ask you, like, you know, it's great. Post things that are funny, post entertaining things for sure. But if there's something that like could actually help somebody, you know, then please share it. And this is just one of those examples. Move up and over. Because you never know who out there needs help, right? Who out there is looking for inspiration? Who out there doesn't know where to start? Who out there is really struggling right now? Put your hands on your lower back and just push your hips forward, gently up. Good stuff. Let's take our legs nice and wide. So this is, we've done this before, but I'll review it. We're going to reach up. We're going to reach forward, pushing those hips back. Reach for the floor, and then reach through. From the side, just like this. Up, forward, floor, through. Up, forward, floor, through. Up, forward, floor, through. 3 more. Up, forward, floor, through. Up, forward, floor, through. Last one. Up, forward, floor, and through. Good. Keep your head down, wide legs. Just hold that stretch of the body here. Let's shift our weight into the right leg, getting an inner thigh stretch on the right side. You can bring your chest up a bit if you want, holding that stretch. And switch sides. Good stuff. Coming up out of that, let's take can use your arms for balance if you want. You should be feeling a stretch here in that back leg. Keep that leg straight. And let's bring our hands up if you can. Holding that stretch. Good, now drop that knee and just come into a deeper runner's lunge. Good job. Hold that runner's lunge. Good, now let's bring that inside arm now down to the inside of your foot on the left side. So your left arm is down and you're going to reach up with that right arm and twist. Reach up and twist. Two more. Up and twist. One more. Up and twist. Good. Stepping out of that. Coming into high lunge on the other side. So that back leg is straight. You can hands on your hips on the legs, overhead and powder. Just doing that stretch to that back leg that's long and tight. And then drop that back knee. Doing that stretch a little more now into the flexor. And let's do forward twist. So hands down, you're reaching up and through. Four big twists. Good. Awesome. All right, shake it out, grab some water. We're going to review our movements for the workout. That's interesting. I put this like container on top of my speaker and it like magnifies it. That's fun. Okay, so we have 4 movements in our workout today. One of them is that clean and jerk that we learned. So you guys can use dumbbells or a broomstick for this, and I'll just review it with you. If you are using a broomstick, you're going to be taking the broomstick from the middle of your shins. Your back is nice and straight. We're going to come up, bring our elbows in front of the bar to stand. We're going to dip and push under the bar and then stand up. Okay, so you'll be doing these for a minute. All right, so that's your clean and jerk with your broomstick. Now, if you have those weights or dumbbells or soup cans or whatever that you're using, we're going to bring those dumbbells so that only one end of them touches the ground because we don't want to round our back at the bottom. So I'm touching the ground, coming up, bringing those dumbbells to my shoulders, pushing under, and then standing up. Okay, each rep coming down, up, push under. Now, if you have light weights, it's going to be tempting to just kind of strict press overhead without using your hips. So I really encourage you guys to really try to push under the weight to get the technique of the jerk. Okay, so that's our clean and jerks. Then we have mountain climbers. So everybody knows how much I love mountain climbers. That was sarcastic. Mountain climbers, I'm on my hands and I'm bringing my knees to my elbows or my forearms or my upper arms, and I can do these slow or I can do them fast. Now we have a full minute of these, so try to hang on as long as you can for that full minute. After mountain climbers, one thing guys, if you have trouble on your wrists for that long, you can do standing side crunches, okay? It's like working your core standing up. Then we have alternating V-ups, so another core exercise. So after your mountain climbers, you can literally just come down onto the floor. Got a whole bunch of wires here. Onto the floor, and literally we are just alternating arms and legs coming up into that V position as best as you can. Now, if that is eluding you today, if you can't get those legs up that high, just try to come up and touch your elbow to your knee, okay? And I want you to try, guys, on each rep. So try to keep your back on the ground, and then lift as you lift your knees. So we don't want to stay in this tucked position. It's not a bicycle, okay? We really want to make sure that you're kind of tucking or crunching on each rep. Then our last movement, which everybody should know, is the jumping jack for a minute. If you don't have jumping jacks, for whatever reason you can't jump, you can do your side steps. Okay, so you probably see me kind of do side steps once in a while. That's usually when my knee is starting to bug me from the jumping. So I'm going to start we have a minute rest after each. So it's basically a 12-minute workout, 4-minute segments. So I will start a timer here that will be actually slightly longer than 12 minutes because we need to incorporate our break. So it will actually be 14 minutes because we have those 2 1-minute breaks and then we're done. We won't, obviously, at the end of the 3 rounds, we don't need a break because we're done, right? All right, so I'm gonna put this somewhere relatively obvious for myself. I think probably, let me just get a couple things adjusted here. Put it right here. Well, that's kind of blocking the camera. If you guys would see like my crazy setup here of all of this, you would probably laugh. Like there's things balanced on things. It's pretty nuts. I need a better setup. Okay, so I'm gonna start the music, get it playing nice and loud for everybody. All right, so what are we starting with? Clean and jerks. Are you guys ready? Here we go. I'm gonna use my dumbbells. We have 1 minute. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Don't care how fast you go, guys. Try to do this as good as you can. Remember to push under that weight at the top. Don't use the wrist pressure, okay? Push under. Use those legs to jump it up. Next is mountain climbers. Three, two, one, switch. Mountain climbers. Failure over here. Ready? Jumping back in 5 seconds. 3, 2, more difficult for yourself, you can always add on extra rounds, okay? So don't feel like, you know, you have to limit yourself. If you've got energy, if you want to keep going, do 5 rounds or take a 5-minute break and then do another 3 rounds, something like that, okay? All right, we got 15 seconds. Clean and jerks. Here we go, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Jump, push under. Use the legs here on that clean. Good job. Keep going. Guys, 20 seconds. Clean and jerk. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Mountain climbers. Here we go, mountain climbers. These mountain climbers are getting me today. Keep it up, guys. I'm doing like 2 at a time. Oh, I don't know why. Some days are bad. I'm just gonna go slow. Just keep moving. Seconds. 5 seconds. Alternating V-ups. Here we go. Alternating V-ups.
Drop it.
You guys are doing great. Keep it up. 30 seconds. Great job, guys. Almost there. Five seconds. Ready for jumping jacks? Here we go. Jacks.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
Stepping if you have to. Almost through the second round. 30 seconds. Keep it going, keep it going. Almost there. That's it, guys. 10 seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it off. Woo! All right. Man, oh man. All right, I'm having a day today with mountain climbers. They're just not happening for me. I just can't keep a rhythm. Not sure why, but I won't judge it. It is what it is. Some days we feel good, some go of this workout. 4 more minutes. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Clean and jerk. Remember, use those legs on that clean. Really jump, push under the weights. Clean and jerk. Good job, guys. Good job. Keep it up. You're doing great. We're almost there. Getting ready for jumping jacks, last minute. Here we go. Last minute, guys. Keep moving. This is it, home stretch. That's it, keep it up, keep it up. Stepping if you have to. All the way home, guys. Last 30 seconds. Let's go. Seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1. You're done. Woo! Awesome, you guys. Oh, how was that? I'm pretty dead. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing how some days certain movements just get you, right? What was it for you today? For me, mountain climbers all the way. They were just so hard to maintain. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the comments back. There we go. All right, catch your breath, guys. Grab a sip of your ketones or your water. Let your heart rate come down. Walk it off, walk it off. Awesome, you guys. You guys did great. So we're gonna stretch out a little bit now. Just move a couple things out of my way here so I can stretch with you guys. So let's start by coming down onto the floor on our butts. I'm gonna just move this so that it points down a little bit. Bear with me. I've got to get a better thing that angles down. It's difficult to see. You have to be so far back to see the floor. So let's sit on our butts, take our legs out in front, shake those legs out. Good. Take your legs as wide as you can go. That might just be straight out in front, whatever works. Keeping your toes pointed up to the ceiling, just reaching forward. Breathe. Let that heart rate come down. And if you can get your elbows down, great. If not, just let your head come down and just try to relax here. Try to just stretch out those inner thighs a little bit. Breathe. Good. Coming up out of that, reach to one side, stretching out the one side. Just go over as far as you can. If you can grab that toe, grab that toe. If you can't, don't worry. Just get a nice stretch through your side. Good. You're going to come up and reach over to the other side. Awesome. Let's put the soles of our feet together and our knees wide. Just butterfly those legs out a little bit. Grab a hold of your ankles and then use your elbows to push your knees down. So just stretching out that groin. Good stuff. While we're here, let's stretch out our traps. So you're holding onto your ankles and you're pulling against it, and then you can lean your head to one side. This is a great stretch for the neck and the traps and the shoulders. Roll your head. I don't know about you, but I'm really missing getting massages right now. I'm going to my chiropractor. I can't wait to be able to do that again. Kind of keeps me going. Good, nice easy circles here. Good stuff. All right, let's come on to all fours. Let's do some cat-cows. So we're gonna round and arch our back. Just go at your own pace, really going through that full range of motion, guys. Rounding and arching. Breathe through it. Good. Let's bring your right leg forward now for runner's lunge here. So remember that knee stays above the ankle, right? You don't want to go too far forward. Just getting that nice stretch through that hip flexor in the back. Breathe. Good stuff. Keep holding it there. Nice long stretch. Good. Let's come back up onto that left knee now to stretch out the hamstring. So flexing that toe up to the ceiling, pushing your hips back and away, getting a nice stretch through the back of the leg and the front. Good. Let's switch legs. So now my left leg is going to come in front. So my knee does not go in front of my ankle. It stays behind my knee, behind my ankle. Pushing that hip forward, getting that nice stretch through the hip flexor. Breathing through this. A few more seconds. Hold that stretch. Good stuff. Coming out of that into your hamstring stretch on this side. So flexing that front foot. Push your hip back and away. Good. Let's come up to standing. Grab a hold of one foot for a quad stretch. If you need to hold on to something, grab a wall, grab a buddy. We're going to point that knee down to the ground, pushing your hips forward. Just feeling that nice gentle stretch through the front of your quad muscles. Good, and then you can grab your other foot for quad stretch on the other side. And then let that go. Good, we're gonna do a standing glute stretch, or you can do this sitting as well. So if you want to sit down on something, you can. I'm just gonna cross my right leg over my left, and I'm gonna sit back. You might need to hold on to something. You should be feeling that stretch of that bent leg in behind you. I've got a thread coming off here. Sorry guys, falling over. Good. And let's switch legs. So crossing that left leg over the right, sitting back, getting that nice stretch through the glutes. Good stuff. Coming up, soft bend in the knees, rotating. Good, let's make some big arm circles backwards, opening up that chest. Breathe. Good. Shake it out on the upper body, making some head circles one way and other way. Good. Let's do some big deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the belly, bending the knees all the way in and let it go. And all the way in and let it go. Last one. And let it go. All right, guys. Right hand comes on the left shoulder. Left hand comes on the right shoulder. Big hug to yourself. Pat on the back. If you're with family members, give them a big sweaty hug and give them a high five. All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.